Hey guys, I wanted to come on here and do a 22-week update. I didn't want to wait another 4 or 5 weeks to update you guys. So I am 22 weeks pregnant with IVF twins, a baby boy and a baby girl. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know how I'm doing. So I feel great still. I just did my last update at 20 weeks and I still feel about the same. If I didn't know I was pregnant or have this big old bump and kicking babies, I wouldn't really know I was pregnant. Sleep has been pretty good. I am starting to get more and more uncomfortable at night, but it's been pretty good. Eating is good. Again, still at 22 weeks, there's no food aversions, there's no cravings at all. I just feel very normal. As far as my mood goes and things like that, I feel very normal. I don't feel like I have extreme highs or extreme lows that are associated with pregnancy or anything like that. So I'm just feeling really good. One thing is that at 20 weeks, I feel like I'm kind of oblivious to the fact that they're coming. Like I know they're coming and I know it's going to be here before we know it. But I think I just know it's going to be so hard and challenging, especially with a 22-month-old, that I'm kind of ignoring the fact that my reality is going to change soon. Or around 20 weeks, I had 2 girlfriends of mine that I used to live with come into town. One from Baltimore, one from Phoenix. They flew in with their children. One was pregnant with a toddler and one had a newborn and a toddler. So it was a house full of babies and pregnant women and it was awesome. But somewhere along there, Abram got a stomach bug and I got this persistent persistent cough that I just could not shake free. If you watch my anatomy scan update I just did, I really struggled to talk, and that was kind of a blocky video because I kept coughing and I'd have to like cut it out because it's so obnoxious, and I'm still dealing with it a little bit, but it's almost gone. My voice is almost back, but it was hard because every time I cough, my whole stomach kind of contracts, and so I started having some Braxton Hicks pretty regularly right at 21 weeks when the coughing got at its worst. And one night I actually gushed out a bunch of fluid and it freaked me out, so we did go spend a few hours in labor and delivery to be monitored, and I was having contractions every like 3 minutes or so. Once I turned on my side and things like that, it got a little better, but they tested the fluid and the fluid wasn't amniotic, which is great news. So our guess is it's probably cervical fluid and I just have a lot of it and it gushed out, or I peed myself. Both are possibilities. And that's another funny thing. This week I have just had, being sick, I've had no appetite, and I've actually lost a few pounds because of that. And I just haven't wanted to eat because I don't feel good, and I've had a headache from coughing so much, and so you just don't feel good. And I've just been drinking a ton of water, which is really good when you're sick, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, I definitely peed myself. Not like full-blown peed myself, but there's been a couple times this week where I went to sneeze or cough really hard and a little bit of pee came out, and that never happened with Abram. I don't know if my bladder's weaker since I have had a vaginal birth, or if it's just the coughing was so intense I've been drinking so much water. So yeah, that's a fun fact of week 22 is I have peed myself a couple times. So yeah, everything checked out with labor and delivery. I am starting to feel better as far as that cough goes, but other than that, yeah, 22 weeks, only 13 to 15 weeks to go about. So that's really exciting. It's gonna be here before we know it. I will actually go ahead and read what the app says for week 22. For week 22, as you can see, the baby is the size of, or the babies are the size of papaya. That's pretty big. So I have 2 papayas in my belly. They are 10.5 to 11.8 inches long, and they're anywhere from 12.7 ounces to 20.8 ounces, which 20.8 ounces would be like about 1.5 pounds, right? Like a little over a pound. Yeah, as big as a papaya. It says now that baby now that baby's got more developed eyes and lips, he or she is looking even more like a newborn. Baby's sleeping in cycles, about 12 to 14 hours a day. Hint, there are probably those times you're not feeling any kicks. It says, during week 22, baby's invading your space, which is why it might be tough to catch your breath. Yeah. And why your back might be killing you. I have had, not that my back's killing me, but I've felt a few times almost like a pinched nerve or like a sciatic nerve this last week. And it says, hey, as baby grows, he or she may be expanding your belly so much and so fast that you might have some stretch marks, and you might even have a newfound outie. What's not as cool is that the stretch marks may never fade, but they'll fade in color after delivery, and your outie will go back to an innie. Probably not. This is also a good time to schedule a maternity portrait session. You'll want to aim for the 3rd trimester. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of those things. First of all, I already have stretch marks from Abram's pregnancy. I call them baby beauty marks or mommy marks. Mommy, I love them. I just wear them as a badge of honor. It means I've given birth and I've carried life in my belly, and it's so worth it. So I already have stretch marks. I will say that when I wasn't pregnant, they had pretty much faded to where you could barely tell that they were there. And I don't have any new ones, but since my belly is big, it's kind of like not re-stretch them out, but on a sense, like when you're not pregnant, they're folded in, and when you're pregnant, they kind of like, you know, your skin expands. So I don't see any new stretch marks, but my old ones are more obvious because my stomach has expanded. And my belly button has been an outie for quite some time. And speaking of that, it's hilarious. Like every time I cough, it looks like a popper is just popping out. So it is definitely popped out. Or as far as the maternity session goes, as I've mentioned here before, I think I am a photographer and I have lots of photographer friends. So Abram's maternity pictures, we actually did ourselves. Jeremy took those pictures and I edited them and everything. This time I'm probably gonna have one of my best friends take the pictures, and I'll probably ask her if she'll let me edit them, because you know, you want to edit yourself because you just have a preference on how you look and the coloring and all of that. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna schedule that. You know, with Abram, I did my maternity session at 26 weeks because I already looked so big, and this time I'm carrying 2. So at 26 weeks though, it will be March here in Indiana, which means cold and dreary. If for some reason we get a really sunny day, I may go ahead and schedule it sometime around the end of March or mid-March, depending on how I'm feeling. We are also in the planning process, or my friends are right now, for our baby shower. That's probably going to be about mid-March, right around 26, 27 weeks. I don't want to wait too long because you never know if I'm going to go on bed rest or anything like that, and I would hate to miss my own baby shower. So we're gonna get that scheduled pretty soon, and I am also probably going to register at Amazon.com and things like that. So a lot of things are coming up, a lot of doctor's appointments, you know, and then maternity pictures and baby shower, and it's gonna go pretty fast from here. I have a feeling it's gonna fly by. But yeah, guys, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling a lot better than I thought I would with twins. And I just love feeling them move. Every time they move, I'm seriously just praying over each of them, telling them how much I love them. I'm calling them by name. And that's another thing. We do plan to announce their names before birth. We will probably announce them here in the next couple weeks, sometime in the next month. I wanted to wait until I got past that viability mark. And yeah, they both do have names. They are set, and we will probably be announcing those sometime in the next month. So let me see if I can give you guys a 22-week bump shot from this angle. There is the 22-week baby bump. Here's the baby bump from the front. You can see that belly button. Can you guys see it? There it is. It's getting so big. So yeah, thank you guys. That's 22 weeks, and I will keep you posted on everything else that's fun and upcoming. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.